Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and I actually promised you guys I was going to do this. I was planning on not doing this today, but I decided, guys, I just hit, you guys know I hit 1,000 subscribers recently, and because of that, I really wanted to show you guys my Blu-ray collection. I really want to show this to you guys for a while. This is probably going to be split into a bunch of parts. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to do that. And, yeah, so we're going to get started right now, and, yeah, so this is going to be the first part of the video where I just explain it, and for the rest of the video, you're going to just be seeing the other side of the camera and just seeing my Blu-ray. So, yeah, alright, so, here we go. Okay, guys, so this is my entire Blu-ray collection, and we're just going to get started. Sorry, guys, if the camera does not look the best. My back camera, for whatever, is very fuzzy. Okay, so let's just get started, and the first title we have is 12 Years a Slave. And, I actually have not seen this movie, believe it or not. I really want to. I just haven't gotten the chance to see this movie. I will see it eventually. But this movie did win Best Picture this year at the Oscars. I definitely do want to see it. Yeah, it definitely does deserve it, and I definitely do want to see 12 Years a Slave, so watch that eventually. Probably review that to you guys next year. Next up, we have 21 Jump Street. Probably one of the funniest comedies I've seen in a long time. Just definitely one of my favorite comedies. I do think the sequel is better. I do. I think the sequel is a little bit better. But, yeah, I love this movie to death. I mean, this is one of those movies where if I really want to watch a really good comedy, this is one that I always watch. Always really, really funny. Still my favorite comedy of 2012 by far. This movie, in my opinion, is very underrated. I think this is a really good movie. 21 and over. Why does this movie get shit on so much? I think this is a really good movie, in my opinion. I mean, it has a really good cast, in my opinion. I mean, Miles Teller, this guy's really funny. Skylar Astin's great, and, what's his name that plays? I don't remember who plays Jeff Chang, but he's definitely really good. I know the guy that plays Jeff Chang is going to be in the new Martin Scorsese movie, Revenge of the Green Dragons. Definitely want to check that out. But I really like this movie. I like that it tries to be like The Hangover, but then at the end it gets, like, serious. I really like that about this movie. And, I think this movie is actually really good. I expected this movie to not be very good, but I heard decent things about it, so I decided I'd check it out, and I ended up actually really liking it. So, I don't know why everyone hates that movie, because I think it's good. Next up, we got one of my favorite things I own in my collection. That is the 3-pack of Stanley Kubrick movies. I reviewed all 3 of these to you guys. 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, and The Shining. Out of all these, my favorite is still A Clockwork Orange. You know, it still is one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, just amazing movie. 2001 is progressed with its, like, cinematography. It still is the best outer space movie I've seen. I don't know if Interstellar is going to be better. I think it can be. I guess we'll have to see if it can be better. And then, The Shining is also really good. Really good movies, definitely, in my opinion. Really like that Stanley Kubrick collection. The next one we have is The Avengers. Oh, wait, I'm going out of order here. That's after. I'm going out of order. The next one we have is The Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, I do have this, guys. You guys can scream, do whatever you want, but in my opinion, this is a good movie. I like this movie. I think this is a fun movie, in my opinion. Just a fun movie. Nothing more to say about it, except it's a fun movie. That's really all there is to say about The Amazing Spider-Man. I have not seen the sequel, and I am going to get it on Blu-ray, okay? I am going to get the sequel on Blu-ray. I don't care. I actually really liked the first one. I thought it was good. I think it's actually a little bit better than the Sam Raimi movies, in my opinion. And, yeah, so I do really enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man. Anchorman 2, picked this up, got it over, like, Easter, because my parents told me I could get, like, 3 movies over Easter. And one of the ones I picked was Anchorman 2. This movie, honestly, I haven't seen it. I heard if you watch the extended cut, it is better. But really, this really can't be better than the first Anchorman. That's really not. Anchorman was never a movie that needed a sequel. And I don't know how this is or whatever, but I heard it's pretty good. I don't know. We'll have to see it eventually, but I still have yet to watch it. We'll have to see how it is. Next up, we have probably one of the best Christmas movies I've seen in a while, and that is Arthur Christmas. This was a very good Christmas movie, in my opinion. I really enjoyed this movie. Thought it was definitely a very good Christmas movie. Really did enjoy that one. Really, really good. Next up, we have The Avengers. Probably my second favorite Marvel movie of all time. Really, really great Marvel movie. I do think that Guardians of the Galaxy is a bit better. I don't know. They're both really good, but I can't figure out which one I like more, this or Guardians of the Galaxy. Definitely Guardians of the Galaxy is great, but I don't know. Is it better than The Avengers? I really don't know. They're both really, really great, and yeah, so that's The Avengers. And next up, we have another movie that I haven't seen. You guys are going to see in my collection, there are quite a few movies in my collection I have not seen, and that is Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. The only reason I got this was because I've heard it is the best of these DC Universe type of anime movies. I really do want to see this. I got it like this year, and the coolest part about this Blu-ray is by far these cards that are in it. I think that's the coolest part of this Blu-ray. But I haven't seen this yet, and I really want to. I don't know if I'm going to get Batman Arkham Asylum. This'll depend if I end up getting that. But I heard this is a very good movie. I know that Superman comes by in the end, so I really want to see it because of that. And I'm actually really looking forward to Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. I don't know if this can be better than The Dark Knight Rises or The Dark Knight, but we'll have to see. Next we have a Tim Burton 3-pack. We have Beetlejuice, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, and Corpse Bride. Found this one day at Best Buy. It was only like $20, but honestly, all three of these movies are really good. This movie gets shit on. I don't know why. It's really not that bad. I mean, yes, Johnny Depp is really creepy in it, but it's really not that bad in my opinion. Beetlejuice is a classic. Corpse Bride's a very underrated movie. It's a movie that I recommend all of you really watch. It's really, really good. And yeah, really good 3-pack. Definitely really good. Another movie that I actually haven't seen in a while, but I remember really liking it in the theaters, Beautiful Creatures. I really like these kind of romantic horror movies. Really, I think this is a good one in my opinion. It's actually better than Twilight, I think. I think it's a little bit better than Twilight. I think the story's a little bit more interesting, and I like it more than Twilight. Beautiful Creatures, definitely a really good movie. Geez, that Emmy Rossum's, like, extremely hot, and, yeah, I really enjoy this movie, though. Really good cast, really good movie. Actually, really, really good. In my opinion, better than, Beautiful Creatures. Better than Twilight, definitely. Next, we have another 2-pack of 2 movies that I have not seen yet. There's one main reason I got this. Body of Lies and Three Kings. I got this specifically because of Body of Lies. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Russell Crowe, you really can't go wrong there. That's the main reason, really, why I got this, and, yeah, that's really why I got this one, because of Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe. Next up, we have definitely my favorite Mel Gibson movie of all time. I did review this to you guys, in case you guys did not see my review, but that movie is Braveheart. Amazing, amazing movie. This movie is absolutely amazing. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Just absolutely amazing. Love this movie. Just such a great movie, in my opinion. Mel Gibson gives an amazing performance in this movie. Very, very memorable. Just really, really great movie, in my opinion. I mean, so good. So, so good. Definitely recommend you guys pick that one up. It's really good. Next up, we have one of the most underrated movies of last year, The Call. I know a lot of people said, like, this movie's really good till the last few minutes. I thought the last few minutes were really good. I thought this was a good movie. I really enjoyed it, actually. No, it's not one of the best thrillers of all time or anything, but I thought it was still a really, really good movie, and I ended up really, really liking it, definitely. I remember I watched this once, and I do want to watch this again eventually, because I actually really ended up liking this one. In my opinion, this is Halle Berry's best performance, but The Call, really great movie. Really enjoyed it. Don't laugh at me, guys. I love this movie. I'm not gonna... no shame here. Please don't laugh at me. I love this movie. Camp Rock 2, The Final Jam. I love this movie. I really do. I think this is a great movie. I think it's definitely better than the first one. I do think this is a little bit better than, is it better than High School Musical? I really don't know. Guys, I am a fan of these High School Musical type of movies. Okay, this is nostalgia for me, guys, really. This is nostalgia. That's why I love this movie. I'm currently ripping off a sticker because I never ripped it off, but, this is nostalgia for me, okay? I used to watch this movie a lot. I love these sort of Disney Channel musical movies. Yeah, but in my opinion, this is one of the best ones of those Disney Channel, like, musical movies, and, I feel like this is one of the better ones. So definitely Camp Rock 2, The Final Jam. I love this movie, okay? No shame there. Please don't shame me for that. Next we have Captain America, The First Avenger. When I first saw this, I didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of stupid. Like, the whole thing with Captain America being, like, propaganda. But after watching it a few times, because, you know, FX shows it a lot, I actually really love this movie. I think this is a great movie. I do like The Winter Soldier, like, a lot more, definitely. But this is still a very good origin movie, in my opinion. Very, very good. Next up, we have another movie that I've never seen, you know, that came out this year. I've got a bunch of these, Oscar movies that came out this year. I never saw this one, though. Captain Phillips. Really do want to check this one out. It's with Tom Hanks. I've heard it's one of his best performances. Tom Hanks is my second favorite actor of all time, so definitely do want to check this out. We'll check that out eventually. Not right now, though. The guy, I believe this is the same guy that was in Amistad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was. I don't know, I thought I heard something that he was in it. It was either this or 12 Years a Slave that he was in, but Captain Phillips, really do want to see that one. Alright, guys, don't hate me for this. I think this movie's better than the original. I think the original's cheesy. Carrie, I like this more than the original. I really do. I saw this in theaters. You guys can see my review for it. I like this more than the original. I really do like this more. I think this one's just darker in tone. I like the more dark tone of it. Chloe Grace Moretz is one of my favorite actresses of all time, so, I mean, I think this is a very good movie, honestly, guys. You guys can say what you want, but I think it's a really good movie, definitely. I think it's a good movie. Next up, we have Child's Play, the first Child's Play, and really the only one you need. The other ones are good. Child's Play 2 is really good. Not as good as the first one, though. Child's Play 3 is terrible. Bride of Chucky's hilarious. Seed of Chucky is just, ugh. I don't even want to talk about that one. But Child's Play is just such a classic. Really the only one you really need. Besides one other I will talk about, but Child's Play is really, really great. I mean, I actually got this because it had, like, a ticket to see Carrie. So that's what I decided to do. And next up we have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, one of my favorite musicals of all time by far. I mean, this in my opinion is as equivalent as Willy Wonka and Mary Poppins. Just really, really great movie. Really, really love this movie. Just absolutely fantastic movie. If you guys haven't seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, check it out now. There's nothing more that can be said about that except it's amazing. Next we have Disney's A Christmas Carol. I did mix the two up a little bit, but first time I saw this, didn't really like it. Want to check this out again. I wasn't really focused the first time I watched it, so I want to watch this one again. It's Jim Carrey. I really like Jim Carrey, so maybe I'll like it again if I watch it again, but I remember not really liking it that much. Next up, we have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I really like this movie. I think this is a really good animated movie. One of the few, I mean, it doesn't seem like a very good animated movie, but it was really good, surprisingly. I heard the second one was terrible, but I really liked the first one. It's a good anime movie. It's good for kids, really good animation, things like that. Just really, really good movie, in my opinion. Really like it. Next up, we have The Conjuring. Yes, The Conjuring is definitely one of the better horror movies of you know, in the past years. Really, really like this movie. Really looking forward to Annabelle, though. Annabelle looks really creepy. It actually looks more creepier than this movie was, and I feel like it could be more creepier, definitely. So really looking forward to Annabelle. Could be a lot better, in my opinion. Next up, we have Curse of Chucky. This is one of my favorite horror sequels of all time. I love the way this movie kind of, like, finally shows us, like, why Chucky is connected to this family and things like that. I love the backstory of this movie. I love the twist in this movie, too. I don't want to give it away, but this is probably my favorite Chucky movie. I think this is better than Child's Play, in my opinion. It really explains his origin very well, and it definitely is one of the best, probably the best direct-to-horror, direct-to-DVD horror sequels I've ever seen. Just absolutely amazing. Love that movie. Next up, we have The Dark Knight Rises. I'm going to be honest, guys. I have not seen Batman Begins, nor have I seen The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Rises is actually the only Batman movie I've seen. I've not seen Batman, Batman Returns. I've not seen Batman Forever. I've seen parts of Batman Forever, but that's really all I've seen. I haven't seen the other ones. From what I've seen of this, I really do like it. I really do need to see the other ones, though. I really do, because this is a good way to end the franchise, though. I thought this was a very good way to end it, and I really did enjoy this movie. Good movie. I do have The Dark Knight on DVD, but I will watch it eventually. And next up, we have probably one of the best things I own. I'm so happy I own this, because these are three of my favorite movies of all time. We got a three-pack of Martin Scorsese movies: The Departed, Goodfellas, and The Aviator. Love these movies to death. I mean, this is still one of my favorite movies of all time. Still my favorite mob movie of all time. The Departed, definitely one of Scorsese's best. Definitely, all three of these are Scorsese's best. I mean, these are just amazing movies. The Aviator gets shit on. I don't know why. I think it's a really good movie, and I really do enjoy it. But three-pack of Martin Scorsese movies, really do enjoy this one. And then we have a movie that I actually have a funny story to. My parents and I saw this movie in the theaters, and when we saw it, we were the only ones in the theater, and I always remember it because of that, because this is, like, the only movie that's happened to. And, that movie is Despicable Me, and I love this movie. I think this is a great movie, in my opinion. It's really great. It's actually, I think, great for not just kids, but adults as well, and teenagers. It's just one of those anime movies that anyone will enjoy, and every time I watch this, I love it more. Every time I watch it, I love it more, and there are just so many things to love about this movie. You got an amazing performance from Steve Carell. Probably my favorite Steve Carell performance, believe it or not. I think this is probably his best performance, in my opinion. You got these really cute minions, really cute little girls, just really great movie. Really love Despicable Me. And then, of course, you do have the sequel, Despicable Me 2, which I never reviewed to you guys. I was going to review it, and I didn't get a chance to. I don't know, I just didn't feel like reviewing it to you guys. I didn't. But I think this movie is really good in my opinion. I thought this was a great sequel. Love the sequel. One of the better animated sequels I've seen in a while. Just really, really great animated sequel. I think it's better than the first one, definitely. And next up we have the Die Hard collection. I've not seen any of these movies. I really haven't. We're going to pretend A Good Day to Die Hard did not happen. So just pretend there were these four, and let's just pretend A Good Day to Die Hard never happened. I actually had all three of these, but I ended up getting rid of the other two because I don't really want them. And the only one I really like is the second one, and that's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. I think this one is really good. This is probably the most mature out of the three. The first one's horrible. The second one's really, really good, and the third one we don't talk about. But Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules, I think this is a very good movie. I mean, I like that this one focuses more on his family, and I definitely like that about this movie. I think this movie's really good in my opinion, really do enjoy it. But yeah, that's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. Next up we have Elysium. I think this movie's a little bit overrated, honestly. I was kind of, over-exaggerating in my review. I really do enjoy this movie, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a little bit overrated. I do. I think this is a very good movie, but it's a little bit overrated. Definitely some of the best cinematography, though, of last year, definitely. Don't know if this is Matt Damon's best performance, but I really do enjoy this movie. Think it is really good, though. Next up we have what is still my favorite Spielberg movie, what is still probably my second, it's probably now my second favorite Spielberg movie, and that is E.T. I still love this movie. I mean, every time you watch this movie, you fall in love with it more. There's something to love about this movie so much. Yes, I will show you the code. It's already been used, so don't even think about using it. Yeah, this movie is just so amazing. I highly recommend you guys get the Digibook as well. I made sure when I got this to get the Digibook because I don't have many Digibooks, and I always want to get, when our Digibooks are available, I always want to track them down and get them, and E.T. was one I really wanted to get. Highly recommend you pick up the Digibook. Really good Digibook. Next up we have Evil Dead. Evil Dead is a great horror movie in my opinion. Really terrifying, actually. Yes, I did actually switch the cover around. The cover art is actually this, but I switched it around because I thought it'd be more creepy that way. And this movie's really good, definitely. There are some scenes in this I don't even want to talk about because it's kind of disgusting. But, this movie's really good in my opinion. I really do enjoy it. Recommend you guys watch it, but don't watch it while you're eating anything. Don't eat anything. Don't drink anything while you're watching this because you'll probably throw up if you watch it, but it's a really good movie, definitely. And next up we have one of the most underrated musicals of all time, and I don't really know why this is so underrated, Evita. I love this movie. I love this movie. Madonna gives a great performance. Antonio Banderas is great. Jonathan Pryce is great. I mean, this is definitely a lot better, and I think the reason I love it so much is because I saw the Broadway production of this, and it really sucked. It was awful. It was probably the worst Broadway experience I've ever had, but I love the movie, definitely. The movie is really good, and I really love the movie. I thought everyone was really great in it. Next up, we have a movie that I really need to watch a second time. I watched this once when I was younger, got it from Best Buy, haven't watched it since. Fame. I really need to watch this again. This is a movie I really do want to see again. And honestly, I really want to keep it because it's right up my, what I want to do when I grow up, really, is go to performing arts school, things like that. I mean, just really, really love this movie. Really want to check it out again, though, because I don't actually remember much about it, believe it or not. I remember a few things, though. That's really all I remember, though. Next, we have the remake of Footloose. Yes, don't hate on me. I think this is a good remake. Yes, I think the original is better. The original is definitely better, but I do actually, some of the songs in this I like more. There's some things about this I like more than the original. I say that there are things that are better than the original in this movie, but this movie's not better than the original. The acting's not as good as the original, things like that, but definitely a very good movie. Even though both of them are extremely cheesy. I will say that. They're both really cheesy. Next up, we have the Flashpoint Paradox. I got this for my birthday last year. It'll be like 1 year since I got this last year because I ended up getting this for my birthday last year and my birthday's tomorrow. So yeah, Flashpoint Paradox. So I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a very good movie. It's really short, but it's really good in my opinion. I thought it was definitely really good. Definitely one of the better DC Universe movies. Next up, we have Flight. I reviewed this for you guys. You guys can check that out on my channel. But this was a very good movie, in my opinion. Definitely Denzel's best performance. Just really, really great acting from him. I don't know if he's going to be better than The Equalizer. We'll have to see. The Equalizer looks really good, but Flight, really great movie. And next up, we have... Okay, sorry guys, I was interrupted there, but the next movie I have is what will be today a true classic. This movie is absolutely amazing. Frozen, I mean, Disney movies just don't get better than this. They really don't. This, in my opinion, is the best current Disney anime movie in years. I think this is better than Tangled. I really do. I love this movie to death. It is absolutely amazing, and just, come on, Frozen, absolutely amazing. Like, you guys want to see my review, just watch my review of Frozen. You guys know I am the hugest fan of Frozen. I really am, and it's still my favorite movie of last year. Next up, we have another great Kubrick classic, Full Metal Jacket. Great movie. I did kind of over-exaggerate about this movie. The second half of this movie is a little bit draggy, but it definitely is a classic. Really great movie. Just really great stuff there. Definitely one of the best war movies I've seen. Definitely the best movie I've seen on Vietnam War, by far. The next movie I have... Okay, guys, let me explain something about this movie. There was this time in 2011 where we lost power, and we couldn't go anywhere, so my dad decided we'd see a movie, and we saw this movie just for fun, just for fun, and that is fun size. I think this is a fun movie. I do. I enjoy this movie. I thought it was funny. I know a lot of people hated it, but I thought it was fun. For what this is, this is a good movie. I mean, if we can just overlook the fact that it's a Nickelodeon movie and it's like the raunchiest Nickelodeon movie ever, then it's a fun movie. It really is. It's a fun movie, and I do enjoy it. Next up, we have probably not one of Leo DiCaprio's best, The Great Gatsby. I need to rewatch this again because I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it, but it's like one of those movies where I don't remember anything about it. And, especially since Leo DiCaprio is my favorite actor, I definitely need to watch this again. But, for what I remember, this was really good. That's what I remember. You guys can check out my review of it if you guys want to. Gravity, I've heard this movie's pretty overrated. I am going to watch it eventually, but honestly, I'll watch it when I feel like it. We'll see. When I get around to it, I'll watch it. Yeah, so, gonna get on that one. And the next one we have is a really good 2-pack. Really recommend you guys get this. The Green Mile and Forrest Gump. 2 amazing movies. Green Mile is great, but nothing can beat Forrest Gump. I mean, come on. Everyone needs to have Forrest Gump in their collection. Green Mile still has, like, one of the saddest deaths of all time. Definitely. Green Mile is a great movie, though. Definitely very overrated, but come on. Forrest Gump. I mean, you really can't go wrong there. That's an amazing movie. Alright, this, in my opinion, is the definition of just a fun, campy, B-movie popcorn film. Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I know a lot of people hate this movie. They were, like, bashing this movie to death. I think this is a fun movie. If you just don't think of it as a Hansel and Gretel movie, just think of it as a fun, campy B movie, it's really good. It's really funny. I really enjoyed it. I really like the acting in this movie. I mean, it's just a lot of fun, Definitely, I mean, Jeremy Renner and Gemma Arden, they knew they weren't making, they're not trying to win Oscars here. They're just trying to make a fun movie, definitely, and they definitely succeeded in that, because this movie was a lot of fun, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. Now, I do have all the Harry Potter films, but these are the only 3 I have on Blu-ray. The Half-Blood Prince, which is great. Deathly Hallows Part 1, and of course, you can't go wrong. But yeah, like I said, you gotta have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It is just an amazing movie. Great way to end the series, in my opinion. Really love this movie. Just a really great way to end the franchise, definitely. Now, this movie, I don't know why people don't like this movie. I find this movie funny. No, it is not as good as, some of their early movies, but I do find this movie funny. And that is A Haunted House. I find this movie funny, okay? I might be one of the few people, but I definitely do find this movie funny. I think, it is not as good as Scary Movie, but for what this is, it does work very well, in my opinion. I found it very funny. Even though some people don't like it, I do find this movie funny. I think it's good. It does what it needs to do. And next up, we have one of the first movies I ever reviewed for you guys, and that is Hotel Transylvania. This movie, the first time I watched it, I really liked it. Looking back, it is a good movie, not really something I'd watch again, but I did enjoy it. I thought this was good. Definitely better than some of the other crap Adam Sandler's been making lately. Next up, we have How to Train Your Dragon. Now, I did hear that the sequel is actually 10 times better than this, but I enjoy this movie. I thought this was definitely one of DreamWorks' best. Very good movie. Really enjoyed How to Train Your Dragon. Really good. We're going to move a little quicker here, guys, because I don't want this video to go too long. So let's just go do this. Hugo. A Martin Scorsese movie that I actually thought I had seen. I'd seen it, and I didn't really remember much about it, but I really need to rewatch it, because Martin Scorsese is my favorite director, and I feel like if I watched this again, I would definitely like it, because I don't think Scorsese can do any wrong. Hunger Games. and the Hunger Games Catching Fire. Love these movies. Really looking forward to Mockingjay. Just that one should be amazing. The Hurt Locker, a movie I was going to review for you this year, and I didn't get a chance to review it next year. It won Best Picture at the Oscars. That's why it won Best Picture in the Oscars of 2010. That's why I want to review it. Inglourious Basterds, another movie that was nominated the same time The Hurt Locker was nominated, and I started watching this. It's pretty good so far, but I'm probably just going to review this next year. Love Tarantino, though. Big Tarantino fan. Iron Man. This movie is amazing, obviously. I don't really like Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3. This is really the only one I like, but really, if you think about it, this is the movie that made Robert Downey Jr.'s career. This is the movie that made Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, awesome. Just after this movie, they made badass movie after badass movie, and Iron Man really started all of that, so we really gotta give it to Iron Man for that. Insidious Chapter 2, I do not have the first one, I have seen it, but I thought this was a good sequel. I know some people said it wasn't as scary, but really this one wasn't meant to scare us. It was more meant to tell us why things were happening in the first one, and I thought they did a really good job with it. I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but I did really enjoy it. I really did enjoy this for what it was. Definitely a really good movie. Looking forward to the sequel, because I heard it's actually going to be a prequel to the first two, so actually really looking forward to that one. Next up we have Jobs. Jobs, I actually have not seen this movie yet, but I heard pretty good stuff about it, so definitely want to check that one out. This movie is very overrated. This movie is very underrated. I don't know why everyone hates it. I love it. Joyful Noise. I think this is a fantastic movie. I love this movie. I mean, really great music in this movie. Definitely, if you like music, I'd say you would definitely enjoy this movie. Queen Latifah, Dolly Parton, Keke Palmer, Jeremy Jordan. Still, it was actually one of my favorite movies of 2012. I really do enjoy this movie. I don't know why everyone hates it. I thought it was a great movie for what it was. It had a great score, great soundtrack, great cast. I really enjoy this movie. Chris Christopherson's really good, too. I don't want to spoil what happens to his character, though, in the beginning, because it is a spoiler. Next up we have, one second guys.
Okay, let's see. I don't need scallions, do I? No, I don't.
Okay guys, sorry about that. Next up we have one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, Kick-Ass, and of course, Kick-Ass 2. I love both of these movies. I think both of them are great, but Kick-Ass 2, in my opinion, is better than the first one. I love the first one, but Kick-Ass 2 is just, I really love Kick-Ass 2 to death. I think both are really great. Kick-Ass 2 is still my favorite summer movie of last year, so yeah, I really love the Kick-Ass movies. They're just fantastic. The Karate Kid, I love this movie, obviously. This is a great movie. This is really the movie that made, just a really great movie. Haven't seen this in a while, but definitely will watch it soon, because I remember really, really enjoying that one. One of the better animated sequels to come out in a while, Kung Fu Panda 2, love this movie, saw this in theaters, really loved it, looking forward to I thought I heard they were making a third one, I still hope they do, because the way they ended this was really well done. I was surprised by how dramatic this movie actually got, and I really enjoyed that about this movie. Kung Fu Panda 2 is a very good anime movie. And now we come to a big movie, because not only was it the first movie I actually reviewed on my channel ever, it was the first review I did, period, but it was also my favorite movie of 2012, Les Miserables. You gotta love this movie. You gotta love this movie. What is there not to love about this movie? I mean, everything about this movie is absolutely amazing. Every nomination it got was amazing. I mean, this movie is just, oh my god, this movie. I'm so happy that it was the first movie I reviewed to you guys, because really, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. You guys know I'm a huge fan of musicals. This is one of my favorite musicals of all time. It really is. Les Miserables is really that good. Everyone really needs to check it out if you haven't already. The Life of Pi, really good movie with really good cinematography, in my opinion. Really enjoy that one. The Little Mermaid, classic, obviously, great Disney movie, classic. Little Shop of Horrors. This is one of the few digibooks I own. Love this digibook. If you guys are going to get this, though, make sure you get the digibook, because there's some awesome, look at that cinematography right there. That is amazing. They had to take out a whole scene because audiences complained about it. Thank God they put it back on this, because it makes the movie like 10 times better than it already was. and it just works so well, in my opinion. It works so much better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the theatrical version, but the director's cut is what Frank Oz wanted, and just what I wanted. I mean, it makes the movie so much better. I used to hate the director's cut, but after watching this, no, I love the director's cut. It makes the movie so much better, in my opinion. Little Shop of Horrors, director's cut, definitely check that one out. Great movie. Another movie I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to, Looper. Haven't seen this yet, going to. I heard some really good things about it, just need to check that one out. Madagascar 3, another really good sequel, great way to end the franchise. Next we have, this is a guilty pleasure for me, really it is, it's a guilty pleasure. Mamma Mia. I think this is a really good movie, you know, really, if you like musicals, you'll like this movie. No, it is not the best musical ever. No, not everyone, like, has the best voice or anything. But for what this is, it works really well. I thought the singing was really fun. Yes, the plot is just weird and not that interesting, but the movie's just a lot of fun to watch. I enjoy it, definitely. Very much like another movie that I'm going to show you guys, probably, I don't know if it's going to be, yeah, another movie I'll show you guys in a second, a little later on, but this movie's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It's just a fun movie. Really, it just is fun. Next up we have classic Mary Poppins. I mean, you can't go wrong with this movie. This is the best live-action Disney movie of all time. I watched this movie when I was a kid a lot of times. I love this movie to death. Got this Blu-ray for Christmas, love it, and Mary Poppins, just, you can't go wrong with it. It's a classic, it's great. And we're down to the second shelf here, so yeah, let's just get started. The first one is Men in Black Trilogy. The Men in Black Trilogy, I haven't seen the first two. I really love the third one. I thought the third one was really good, but I haven't seen the first two yet, but definitely going to watch those at some point. Looking forward to watching those. Moonrise Kingdom. One of my, definitely, it's actually the only Wes Anderson movie I've seen, but it's such a great movie. I have not seen Grand Budapest Hotel yet. I don't know if this is going to be better than that. We'll have to see if this is better, because I don't think it can be, but I'm really looking forward to Grand Budapest Hotel. I really do want to see that one. Moonrise Kingdom, though, you gotta love Moonrise Kingdom. I mean, such a good movie. Monsters University. This was another movie, just like Despicable Me 2. Another movie I was going to review for you guys and didn't get a chance to. I didn't feel like it. Honestly, I felt like this movie was better than Monsters, Inc. I like it more than Monsters, Inc. There are just some things I like about it more. I don't know. But Monsters University, just a great movie. Love it. Merle Instrument City of Bones. Don't get mad at me for liking that. I thought it was a fun movie. Saw it in theaters. I liked it. Mud. Oh, such a good movie. Such a good movie. Mud is fantastic. This is really the movie that made us realize that Matthew McConaughey was going to make really good movies, and he sure did. He did this. He did Dallas Buyers Club, which I still haven't seen, but now he's coming out with Interstellar, which I'm really looking forward to. I think that could be really good. The next movie we have, another movie I haven't seen. I know there are all these movies in my collection I haven't seen, but Much Ado About Nothing. I got this for solely one purpose. I got this because I did a play in my high school called Much Ado About Tweeting. It was a modern-day version of this, and one of the cast members in the play, actually a teacher, was playing one of the cast members, and they said that this movie was really good. I asked for it for Christmas, ended up getting it, still haven't seen it yet, but really looking forward to it. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Shakespeare. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I really do like Shakespeare. I think he's a really great poet, definitely, and a really great playwright. I really like his plays. Definitely. Looking forward to watching that one. Next we have The Muppets. Oh, such a good movie. I love The Muppets. I grew up with The Muppets when I was younger. I mean, I love The Muppets. This was a great movie. Really paid homage to The Muppets well. And just such a fantastic movie. Love The Muppets. Looking forward to seeing Muppets Most Wanted. Haven't seen it yet, but looking forward to that one. Heard it's not as good, but I am looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to that one. So yeah, I'll be on the lookout for that one. Next up we have Narnia, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I keep my box right here because it takes up too much room, but this was good. I don't know why they stopped making those. I guess they just decided to, whatever. I guess that's what your preference is. Nebraska, this was a really good movie. Really enjoyed that from what I've seen so far. Haven't seen the whole thing yet. Classic Nightmare Before Christmas. I watch this every single Halloween, every single Christmas. Love this movie. Just so good. You guys can watch that either Halloween, Christmas, and that's what I love about it. It's just so good. Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. In my opinion, better than the first one. I think it is better than the first one. It's funnier. And I am looking forward to that third one, even though God rest Robin Williams' soul. I am looking forward to Night at the Museum 3, though. I feel like it's going to be more money now that Robin Williams has died. I definitely feel like it's going to. Oblivion. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's Tom Cruise's weakest movie. We'll have to see how that one is. Oz the Great and Powerful. I actually love this movie. I defend this movie. I don't care. I really like this movie. I think it has some really great twists. I like that this movie kind of takes a different approach at Disney. It doesn't do like what Wicked did. I like that it doesn't do what Wicked did. It works for me, and I thought Oz the Great and Powerful was a really good movie. I really did enjoy it. I did. I really enjoyed it for what it was. Paranorman, great movie. Love Paranorman. Really dark, surprisingly. Like, really dark for a kid's movie. Would not recommend that for many kids. Perks of Being a Wallflower, great movie. Just one of the best movies to watch if you're in high school, in my opinion. Great, great movie. Love The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Philomena, haven't seen it yet. Pitch Perfect. I love this movie. Okay, Pitch Perfect is this generation's Mean Girls. It really is. It is one of the best, one of these type of musical movies, definitely. I'm really looking forward to the second one. Love this one. I love this movie. Thought it was fantastic. Just love this movie. Everyone's great in this movie, especially Rebel Wilson. She steals the show. Place Beyond the Pines. Really good movie, in my opinion. Really underrated movie of last year. I don't know why everyone hates the third half. Honestly, if you didn't have the first two half, the third half was basically like the result of the first half of the movie. So that's why that happened. Princess and the Frog. Haven't seen in a while, but another really great Disney movie. Prisoners, one of the most intense movies I've ever seen in my life. Really loved Prisoners, just great movie. Prom. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I have a girlfriend and I want to take her to a prom, I'm going to make her watch this movie, and then that's what I'm gonna do. You guys, that's how I'll propose to someone for prom. I mean, I'm serious. That's what I'm gonna do. Prometheus, haven't seen the other Alien movies yet, but I want to watch those eventually. So when I watch those, I will watch Prometheus. Rapturepalooza, just like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, it's just a fun B-movie comedy, really. It's not one to take seriously at all. It's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. Real Steel, not one of definitely one of Hugh Jackman's best. I actually really do love this movie. I remember really liking it. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, and I ended up loving it. It was really good. Quentin Tarantino's first movie, Reservoir Dogs. I ended up getting this at Target. There were like they had this 3-for-4 Blu-ray sale. Really love this movie. Just so many great things about this movie. Just perfect first movie to watch. Definitely, if you want to watch a Quentin Tarantino movie and you haven't seen any of them, Reservoir Dogs is the one to start with. I said that in my review, and I mean it. It really is. Rise of Planet of the Apes. I like Dawn better, but Rise is still great. Definitely. Rock of Ages. Alright, this movie is very much like Mamma Mia. Very much like Mamma Mia. It is a movie that is not meant to be taken seriously at all. It is not meant to be taken seriously. Is it fantastic? No. It came out the same year as Les Miserables, so that's really the issue I have with it, is that it's not fantastic. It's not that memorable, but it is fun for what it is. Especially Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is really great in the movie. A lot of fun to watch him. He actually can really sing really well, surprisingly. Romeo plus Juliet. I saw this in school, and like everyone's and like all the teachers are like, "Oh, it's gonna be so terrible. Watch this unrealistic version of Romeo and Juliet." I ended up loving it. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. I love it. I actually, again, really love modern Shakespeare tales. Ruby Sparks, great independent movie. One of my favorite independent movies of all time. Sapphires, another really great underrated movie from last year. Sanctum. The only reason I have Sanctum is solely because the only reason I have Sanctum is because of the fact that James Cameron directed it. He also directed Avatar and Titanic, which we'll talk about Titanic in a second. Say Mr. Banks, one of the only movies to ever make me cry. Like, I saw this movie in the movie theater. Oh my god, I was bawling. And this movie will just really make you want to this movie is just fantastic. So many great things about this movie. Really sad, but really great movie. Scarface, another one I got with that Target for 4 Blu-rays for a $5 sale. Scary Movie 5. I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to give me a look, but I thought this movie was just fun. Just fun. It really was. It was just a fun movie. Schindler's List. Oh my god. Another one of the only movies to ever make me cry. One of the only movies that made me really feel like eerie and just like really, it makes you feel something. Really hard movie to watch, but really great movie. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, this 2-pack, I got this actually after seeing The World's End, because I had just seen it, and I really wanted to get the other Cornetto movies. You can't go wrong with the Cornetto movies. I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead, but Hot Fuzz is such a great time. You can't go wrong with the Cornetto movies. Shrek Forever After, great way to end the franchise. This is nostalgia for me, it really is. Shrek the Musical. Okay, this is my first Broadway musical, so it's nostalgia for me, and that's why I have this. It really is just nostalgia for me. Really great musical, though. Still one of my favorite musicals of all time. Silver Linings Playbook, great movie. You'd really want to see that one again. That was really good. Social Network, haven't seen this yet, but love David Fincher, definitely. Sound of Music, classic with Julie Andrews. Really looking forward to, really love this movie. Spectacular Now, started watching it, never finished it, gonna finish it eventually. Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness, great Star Trek films. Super 8, another great J.J. Abrams movie. Really looking forward to seeing what J.J. Abrams is going to do with Star Wars. I think it could be really good if, to see what he's going to do. Tangled. Great Disney movie. Taxi Driver, Scorsese, great. This Is the End, great comedy. Gonna start to go a little bit faster because I don't want to run too long here. Thor and Thor: The Dark World. Thor: The Dark World is better, but yeah. And of course, we have my favorite, movie of all time, Titanic. Love Titanic. I mean, if you guys want to see why this is my favorite movie of all time, just watch my review, and you guys will know why. It really is my favorite movie of all time. The To-Do List, great comedy, in my opinion, really underrated. And Toy Story 3. And Toy Story 3. So yeah, Toy Story 3, great way to end the franchise, in my opinion. Really love Toy Story 3. And once again, guys, I was cut off by my iPad because I ran out of room. So, yeah, let's just continue here. Next up, we have Toy Story 3. And, of course, really Toy Story 3. Great ending to the series. Still probably my favorite Pixar movie of all time. Absolutely love this movie. I grew up with the Toy Story movie, so I love Toy Story 3. Next up, okay, guys, please don't laugh at me. I don't care what you guys say. Please don't laugh at me. Twilight Saga Eclipse. Okay, I used to be a huge fan of the Twilight movies. When I was younger, say, like, I don't know, 12, I used to love these movies to death. Looking back, this movie's really good. It really is. Twilight Saga Eclipse is a really good movie. But, the first one's horrible. Really, the first one's horrible. However, the best one, in my opinion, is Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn is extremely mature. Like, a lot more mature than the other ones, I think, definitely. Breaking Dawn, this is just really good. Honestly, it's better if you watch this as one movie, which is why I recommend you get the Walmart one, because it comes as one movie. So, definitely get this. I highly recommend you guys pick this up. Love Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn is just so much better than the other ones. Next up, we have one of the most pointless things in my collection, but a really good thing as well. The Ultimate Gangsters Collection. I have this for primarily one reason. Yes, I have The Departed and Goodfellas already, but I got this for one reason, Mean Streets, which was Scorsese's first film he ever did. Of course, Martin Scorsese is my favorite director of all time. So, I mean, Mean Streets, that's really the main reason why I got this. Saw it at Costco. It was only like 20 bucks, so I decided, what the hell, I'll get it. Next up, we have Up, which is definitely, it was actually the first Blu-ray I owned. The very first Blu-ray I ever gotten was Up. Very, very good Blu-ray, in my opinion. Love this movie. Great Pixar movie. Definitely one of the saddest anime movies of all time, definitely. Great movie. Love Up. Just such soon to be a classic. It's so, so good. Definitely. Next up is another movie. Now, I told you guys I got that Target thing where I got like 4 Blu-rays, and one of them was for free. The one that was for free was Romeo plus Juliet, but the other one I got was The Usual Suspects. Have not seen this yet, but come on. Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro, I mean, really great. Wait, is Benicio del Toro in this? No, he's not. I thought Benicio del Toro was in it. Yeah, he is, actually. He is. But Usual Suspects, I mean, come on. I heard it's a great movie. Heard it has, like, the biggest twist of all time. So, really looking forward to watching Usual Suspects. Heard it's really good. Next up, we have a movie that I need to watch again, and that is Warm Bodies. I really need to watch this movie again. Warm Bodies. Really do enjoy this movie, though. The first time I watched it, I really enjoyed it, and definitely, in my opinion, though, I do need to watch it again. Really did enjoy it the first time I watched it, though. Next up, we have The Way, Way Back. The Way, Way Back was a great movie, in my opinion. Definitely one of the best indie movies of last year. Really love this movie. Great cast, great story. Love the story to this movie as well. Just great movie overall. Alright, next up, what's next? Next up, we have Wayne's World 2. First time I watched this, I didn't really like it that much, but rewatching it, it is as good as the first one. It really is. It's just as funny. It's not as well known, but it is definitely very funny, and I do really enjoy the Wayne's World movies. Wayne's World 2. Wayne's World I have on DVD, but Wayne's World 2, I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it on Blu-ray. I'm like, you know what, I get it, and yeah, so Wayne's World 2 was actually really good. We Bought a Zoo, Matt Damon. This is one of Matt Damon's best movies, definitely. And, of course, you got ScarJo. You can't go wrong with ScarJo, one of the hottest women making movies today. But she's also a great actress, and in this movie, she's really good as well. Great for families. Definitely recommend We Bought a Zoo. Very good movie. The little girl also, absolutely adorable. You can't go wrong with that little girl. West Side Story, actually got this in this pack right here. It comes with the movie, like a booklet, and then it comes with a movie, a booklet, and what else does it come with? Movie booklet, and then some like stills of the movie. But West Side Story, you really can't go wrong with this movie. It is an absolute classic. It's a great movie. Just absolutely fantastic West Side Story. By the way, guys, I keep all my boxes right here solely because I don't have room for any of them, so that's why I keep them right here. But West Side Story, just such a great movie. I mean, again, you really, really can't go wrong with West Side Story. This was one of the first, like, big Blu Ray collection things I owned, and I really do love this Blu Ray. It really is fantastic, and West Side Story, still one of the greatest musicals of all time. Absolutely love West Side Story. Alright, next up we have... What's next? Next up we have... We're the Millers. We're the Millers is... really love this movie. I don't know why everyone really disliked it. I thought it was really funny. Not as good as This Is the End, but definitely really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny for what it was. What Maisie Knew, one of the most underrated movies of last year. Love this movie. Thought this movie was absolutely fantastic. You guys can see my review on this. Really great movie. Highly recommend you guys check it out. It's on Netflix if you guys want to watch it. Definitely check it out. Next we have just a true classic, The Wizard of Oz. Obviously, I have this movie. If you guys don't have The Wizard of Oz, what are you doing? Just get it right now. I actually have the 2-disc version right here. I don't have the big, like, Blu-ray 3D one. I definitely want to get my hands on that, but this one's definitely really good. It actually comes with a feature where you have, like, a TV movie of how L. Frank Baum, I think his name is, made the Wizard of Oz book. Yeah, really cool. Really cool stuff there. Love the Wizard of Oz, obviously. And next we have The Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street, movie I need to watch, but movie I really need to watch. But yeah, start watching it. Really love it so far. I love DiCaprio, so you know he's my favorite actor. So obviously, really looking forward to watching the rest of The Wolf of Wall Street. Her, it's a great movie. Her, it is absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to watching the rest of The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolverine, I have this in a book box right there, but Wolverine was good. I really enjoyed what it was. No, it was not as good as X-Men Days of Future Past or X-Men First Class, but still really love the Wolverine. The World's End, love this movie. I mean, this movie was so funny. I love this movie. Probably my favorite Cornetto movie, definitely. Love this movie. Just really funny in my opinion. Love it. I didn't end up, actually, I was planning on not actually going to see this in theaters, but I ended up seeing it in theaters, and I was very happy I did, because it was really funny. Wreck-It Ralph, love this movie. I really like that, now Disney is making, like, non-Pixar animated movies. They're really good, and definitely Wreck-It Ralph is one of them. I heard they're gonna make a sequel, so I'm really looking forward to that, actually. Definitely want to see that. Looking forward to Big Hero 6 as well, because I think Big Hero 6 is gonna be this year's Wreck-It Ralph. Next up we have one of my favorite superhero movies. We have the last two movies here, guys. We have probably one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. This is the movie that got me more into superhero movies, and after this movie, I really want to see more superhero movies. X-Men First Class, love this movie. X-Men Days of Future Past is better, but this movie is just absolutely fantastic. It is a masterpiece, in my opinion. It has no issues. Just such a great movie. Love X-Men Days of Future. Love X-Men First Class. Such a great movie. Everyone was great. And the last one we have is Zero Dark 30 with Jessica Chastain. Great movie. Really intense. Love this movie. And the last thing to show you guys, that's not the last thing in my collection. The last thing to show is this Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory limited edition Blu-ray. I don't really like to put this with my other Blu-rays because that is extremely heavy. But it does come with this booklet and Pure Imagination booklet. It does have a, if you guys haven't seen this, I will unbox this for you guys. It has this booklet right here and also a golden ticket. You got like stills and photos in here. Really cool stuff there. You got, oh, if you open this up, there are like a bunch of pencils and erasers in here, and then you got of course, the Blu-ray. But love this set by far. This is the best thing I own in my collection. Definitely, this is the best thing I own. Really love this set. Love this movie. This movie definitely deserves this good of a release because this movie is absolutely fantastic. Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory is still one of my favorite movies of all time. Actually, it really is one of my favorite movies of all time. love this movie. I think it is absolutely fantastic. And if you guys have not seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, just like Wizard of Oz, what the hell are you doing with your life? Go watch it right now. Just pause this video and go watch it. And hold on one second, guys. Gotta fix something. And yeah, guys, that is basically it for my entire Blu-ray collection. I showed all my Blu-rays right here. And I do have a couple TV ones, but I don't really want to show those because these are just the movies I really want to show. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, I did this because I had 1,000 subscribers. My Little Mermaid Blu-ray, I'm just realizing, is backwards. So I'm going to fix that right now. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry it was a long video, but it had to go into a lot of parts. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought of my Blu-ray collection. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will be my review for tonight's episode of True Blood. So I'll see you guys for that. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah. And let me know let me post a video telling me what's in your Blu-ray collection, because I'd like to know that as well. You guys can do, you know, you guys can respond to this in any way you want to, and yeah, so you can leave me a link to your Blu-ray collection even, I'd appreciate that, but yeah, I love looking at Blu-ray's collection, I want to do one for you guys, so that's why I did this. Alright, so yeah, bye.